Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be taking you through battles 496 through 500 in the journey of Traplight's Battle Legion. So before we get started, if you'd please be so kind as to like, subscribe, and if you want notifications when I drop new videos, be sure to hit that notification bell. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. Okay, here we go, 496. So the first thing that I noticed on this one was that the only ranged that there is the soul pylons. So once we eliminate those, everything else is melee, and we'll be able to funnel it into this little meat grinder right here. So got a couple of Death Knights, whole lot of Warhounds, 2 Thorn Guards, and then the 2 Soul Pylons. So we're going to use our Assassins to remove the Soul Pylons, and then all that melee is going to get tangled up in these entangling roots, which have double enhanced 2 on them. So hopefully you have those power stones available. And the Phoenix, I think, just has regular damage stones, and I think that one of these might have execute on them. So let's go ahead and let that run. Okay, there goes the soul pylons. And now I actually get some progress on the Death Knights. One goes down, and then the other one catches burn and goes the rest of the way. And then everything is so slow that it's going to be very easy for that Phoenix to handle it. And even if it didn't, all the small stuff would die, and it would take forever for those Thorn Guards to get up there, which would allow the Phoenix to respawn. So very straightforward, very effective, and very pleased with the result. So just let this finish up here. Shouldn't take too long. Now the Phoenix is taking damage because it does get the reflect from the Thorn Guards, which I believe is a 50% of the damage that you deal gets reflected back, if I remember correctly. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, 497. Now, a little note on there that this is not my best work, but it does get the job done. Just a whole mess of everything back here, so we're going to tag some Draining Spirits onto the front. We've got our Entangling Roots, all with Enhanced 2 times 2. Then we've got Risen Warriors with Protection and Risen Warriors with Slow and Protection. Then we threw in the Plague Throwers instead of an Ember Fiend. The Ember Fiend might work just as well, with the exception of the Monster Hunters. So by using the Plague Throwers to get Plague in the middle of everything, the Monster Hunters are going to get tagged with it as well. They're going to move slower, and they're going to take damage over time. Whereas Ember Fiend, unless you've got a rank 5 Sword of the Phoenix, which nobody has, then you're not going to be able to hurt that with anything that's back here. So that's why the Plague is necessary, and hopefully a Draining Spirit will be able to work them down as well. And then you've just got the archers to provide focus fire on whatever gets closest to the front of the line. Let's let it run. Okay, Draining Spirits applied, Plague applied, and now we've got the Arcane Archers focus firing on whatever's pushing through. And it does get a little messy here towards the end. If it doesn't work for you the first time, try running it 1 or 2 more times to see if it'll work out a little better for you. Again, that Brute gets through and takes out half of my ranged, but end up taking it out before it gets too much further along. And there it goes. Alright, so that was 497. Let's move on to 498. Okay, this one, I didn't change a single thing on my build. I think I left everything exactly where it was, and I just ran it to see how it would work. The trick is that you don't put anything targetable on this front line, and that'll force all of these archers to run up into the Draining Spirits, and that's going to kill the vast majority of them. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. It's all just a big tangled mess of ugly coming at you that you just got to delay it and let the Draining Spirits do their work. Okay, Plague applied. Risen Warriors now drawing the fire of the archers that are in the middle, and it pulls the melee back towards those Risen Warriors, which makes them walk the Draining Spirits over the archers, because it all kind of converges on that one point. Now this does get a little ugly again too, because the splits from the Earth Elementals make it through, but I do have a few archers left in the end that get the job done. So again, if it doesn't work for you the first time, it may just be RNG. You might just want to run it again, see if it works for you, and if not, then we might be able to come up with another solution for you. But this seemed to do all right. Okay, so that covers 498. Let's move on to 499. Okay, so for this one, we have 3 spiders' nests, 2 untamed beasts, and 4 earth elementals. So everything is melee. We don't have any range to worry about, which the monster hunter would be able to negate any range damage, but we're not concerned about the monster hunter for that. What we primarily want is something that can hold everything in place without doing a huge knockback, because if you put a brute or an earth elemental there, it knocks those spiders all over the place, and then they end up killing all your archers and your crystal spires and all that. So by using the monster hunter, we don't have the knockback, plus it also does apply a burn and freeze, which does great on some of these things like the untamed beasts. The earth elementals aren't going to notice that because they're immune. But the monster hunter also has the benefit of doing 300% bonus damage to nature units, which everything is nature. The spiders, once they pop out, they're nature, but the nests themselves are constructs, which is why you're going to see this untamed beast run back and start shredding them to pieces. So yeah, then I've just got Valkyrie to support my monster hunter, a couple draining spirits. Again, we use the entangling roots just to make sure the pops from the earth elementals don't get too close and the crystal spires and archers are able to burn them down. So yeah, archers for some additional damage to help clear through. Okay, there goes the one untamed beast. He's going to kill those spiders' nests in the back, and the monster hunter's going to do just fine holding everything on that front line. This is during a season or an era where reach is available, so the crystal spires have reach on them, which helps them to shoot things a lot further away. They typically target whatever's closest to them, unless something... Yeah, they just target whatever's closest to them, but they maintain a target once they have it. Okay, so let's move on to 500. Okay, for this one, we have a bunch of plague throwers in the back with 2 blessed bomb bots. We have 5 groups of plague bearers, 4 giant toads, and a devourer. So for this one, I tried using the eternal champions, but the toads ate them. So I swapped those out and I put in the thorn guards. So now the only edible thing in here is my drummer, and the toads have a difficult time getting to the drummer just because they're all going to be on this side and they're going to be attacking whatever's in front, and the drummer's usually behind. So Phoenix helps provide some burn and some excellent AoE coverage, and the brute is just not edible, and I'm not sure if you want to use this build, it works really well with the Troll Giant's Toe because it gives everything a lot more health, but I'm trying to do all of these without artifacts. I have all of them, I'm just not using them. I just want to make it to where if you don't have those artifacts for whatever reason, that you're still able to do it. So let's go ahead and let it run. The Paladin negates the plague, so all these plague throwers and all these plague bearers, they aren't making, they aren't getting the most utility out of their function. The plague is what really makes them shine, and by having the Paladin, I don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, so I've still got my drummer. You see this toad here. The brute's in the way, so it's not going to be attacking that drummer. And I do not have Unshackle on the Paladin. You'll notice that she did get stunned. There, she got stunned right there. So able to pull through even with stuns going on from the plague throwers. So there it is, 500. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you all supporting the channel. Again, please do like and subscribe. And you can check out the commandtable.com. We'll be adding some more fun stuff there as time goes on. Thanks for watching. We'll have more for you soon.